Shalom Talmidim, Shemot Etzem Peret Daleth, Nouns, Lesson 4, Singular and Plural with Vowel Changes, Part B, Pretonic Reduction. After you've added the plural suffix to a noun, first you have to check if propretonic reduction is possible. If you can't apply propretonic reduction to the noun, then look to see if the pretonic syllable contains tsere. If it does, then that tsere will become shava. Let's look at some examples. Take the word shofet, which means judge. We put im on the end of it, and we look at where the syllables are. So first we check the propretonic syllable, sho. There's not a kamatz or a tsere, so no propretonic reduction will be possible. Next we look in the pretonic syllable, and there is a tsere. So that tsere will reduce to shava. Shofatim. Again, shofet plus the im ending. There are 3 syllables. No kamatz or tsere in the propretonic, 2 before the ending. But there is a tsere in the pretonic, which will become shava. Shofet to shofatim. Again, let's look at moed. We add im to the end. Look at where the syllables are. In the propretonic, there are no vowels that can reduce. But in the pretonic, we have a tsere, which will reduce to a kind of shava. Now notice we have an ayin in this syllable. So we won't get simple shava, we will get hataf patach instead. Mo'ed is pluralized into mo'adim. Now let's look at the word ilem. It means someone who is unable to speak. In old-fashioned English, dumb. When we pluralize it, of course, first we have to change the final mem to a medial mem, and we put im onto the end of it. Now we look at our syllables, and notice the lamed has a dagesh forte in it. So we have il, le, mim. The propretonic can't reduce, but the pretonic has a tsere, which will reduce to shava, illamim. Just as we saw with navi in the previous video, so also with illam, the feminine singular, illama, a woman who is unable to speak, and the feminine plural, illamot, women who are unable to speak, will also show reduction of the vowel under the lamed to a shava. Illam, illama, illamim, illamot. Now let's look at zaken, which means elder. When we pluralize it, it becomes zakenim. It's the kamatz that's reduced, not the tsere. Why? Well, when we look at the syllables, we see nim is the tonic, ke the pretonic, and an original za was the propretonic. Propretonic reduction will take precedence over pretonic. You have to check for propretonic reduction first, and only if it's impossible, then will a tsere in a pretonic syllable reduce. So the kamatz under the zayin reduces to shava, because propretonic reduction will take precedence over pretonic reduction. Now let's look at behema, a noun meaning beast or large animal. In the plural, it's behemot. Why hasn't this tsere reduced? Well, let's look at the syllable structure of the singular and the plural. Going from behema to behemot, the accent doesn't shift anywhere, does it? It was behema, and then we get behemot. Hey, in both cases, is in a pretonic syllable. If it hadn't reduced in the feminine singular behema, it's not going to reduce in the feminine plural behemot. There's no change in syllable structure, so we have no change in the vowels. Now, as with Pretonic reduction, I'm not suggesting that you memorize all of these changes and be able to produce them at will. For most of you, this will not be worth the time and effort it requires. What I do want you to do is to be familiar enough with what happens when the nouns go from singular to plural that when the vowels change, it won't cause you undue problems. You'll still be able to recognize from the plural noun what the singular form is. In general, many Hebrew words will have some vowel changes in different forms of the word. Don't let these vowel changes frustrate you. Just try to remember and try to be able to figure out what the dictionary form of the word is. Beseder?